What up, what up, what up? Maybe. There's the microphone check. Let's do it. What is up, what is up, what is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy on Sports joining you, and it is Buckeye Sim Day. Back at home once again are the Buckeyes after their trip to Purdue last weekend. 9-0, undefeated #1 in the country. The Ohio State Buckeyes hosting the UCLA Bruins. Fun fact, Phil Nagy on Sports joining you here. Phil Nagy from Nagy on Sports almost went to UCLA. It was one of my top 3 college choices. Beautiful campus in West Hollywood. Beautiful campus. Not a great football team right now. Fired their coach, of course, earlier this year. That would be Deshaun Foster. Now they are rolling with interim coach Tim Skipper and Rick Neushausel's kid to call the plays on this one. So they're led, of course, by Nico Iamaleava. We saw him last year. He was the quarterback for the Tennessee Volunteers, and now he runs the ship here for UCLA. They're 3-6. Again, struggled to start the season. Have had a couple of wins here recently. Contributed to the firing of James Franklin as their beating of Penn State kind of was when the beginning of the ends happened. They're going to run hurry up. They're going to run fast. Iamaleava, you can see their best player on offense, Javian Thomas, number 21, their tailback, their best offensive weapon. Appreciate you being on again, Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. Pressure up the middle, sacked coming home, Marvell Reese. And he's been doing that a lot this season, getting after the quarterback, vaulting himself into a first-round pick, if not even higher, which is kind of crazy to think about. Like, we're talking top, I think he was top 5 in Dane Brugler's big board that came out yesterday. This kid's just a freak. He can play on the line. He can play any of the 3 linebacker positions. And he is a special athlete. We're lucky to have him manning the second level of our defense. Iamaleava dump across the middle of the tight end who gets shoved out of bounds on the 3rd and 19. He'll pick up 6, and they will have to punt it away here on the first drive. Hey, Karen, welcome in. Go Buckeyes forever. Brandon Ennis makes a fair catch. It is, oh no, he won't make a fair catch. He'll try to get to the outside from the 32 and up to the 40-yard line, and that's where the Buckeyes will start their first possession. The undefeated Buckeyes masterclass, I'll say, 444 and 7 touchdowns was what the simmed outcome for him was. As I'm trying my best to get him and Jeremiah Smith into the Heisman conversation because the game is not giving them their props. Up the middle now, James Peoples. First play of the game. Big run, 20 to the 420. Gosh, I say he ran for 20, not passing the 20. Easy for me. Just happened to yell 420, which is not exactly what the channel's repping here today. Now Donaldson in the backfield. They'll play action out of it. Now putting it to the right side. Sand fires on the run. It's a dot to Jeremiah to the 25 to the 20. Spinning his way down to the 15-yard line. That was a 26-yard strike. And another NFL throw for Julian Sand, who, again, I know I'm a bit of a homer, but if I'm the Browns, I'm taking heavy O-line, wide receiver this year, and I am punting, hoping to be bad and getting that first-round overall pick, and I'm taking Julian Sand in 27. Nice little juke move from Donaldson. He'll be tackled from behind that time by the linebacker, Jalen Woods, kind of the captain of that defense, number 9. On the field, number 1 in our hearts, of course. Here's the late handoff again. Donaldson up the middle, juke move, 5, 4, 3, 2. Whoa, they're going to say he's down at the 1 somehow. Donaldson stays in the game. Sayin out of the shotgun. Late handoff again. Oh, he'll be stuck in the backfield this time. Blew him up is John Vaughns, the redshirt senior. St. John Bosco High School, where so many of those talented Southern California players end up. John Vaughns. And now up the middle, Peoples into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And Peoples, we salute you as well. Nice, easy opening drive for the Buckeye offense that was paced by a couple of nice runs, and then that 26-yard dart to Jeremiah Smith. And it ends up with James Peoples into the end zone for the Buckeyes. 7-0 coming here with the kick penning from Jaden Fielding. Again, appreciate everybody being on. My name is Phil Nagy. The channel is Nagy on Sports, only place you're going to find simulated sporting events with live original commentaries. We continue to make our way through the Ohio State sim season. You can go back and watch any of the sims. So far, they've won them all, but we do match and recreate reality. So if they happen to drop one in real life or in the sim, we would mirror it as the real life version of it, so that we can try to get the playoff bracket to be as good and as close as possible. So I force win all of the correct ACC, Big 12, SEC, and Big 10 outcomes, as well as I'm trying to get, right now, was it last night, UCF, Southern Florida, is the Group of 5 representative. They're the 12th team in the bracket, should the season end today. So I'm doing my best to get that thing so we can get our playoffs lined up as well. 10:30 on the first quarter clock. Can appreciate it, and thanks so much to all of our subscribers. We're up to 1176, which is just awesome. Big shot left side going on Jermaine Matthews, and he'll pick it off. Matthews will pick it out of the air. Wide receiver there is Titus Mokia Atamalala. And Mokia Atamalala just couldn't hand fight well enough, and Jermaine Matthews picks that thing off, and the Buckeyes are coming the other way on defense after a big interception from Jermaine Matthews, number 7. Iamaleava, nice throw. He had that single coverage, but look at Matthews go up and attack the football, and Mokia Atamalala did not. And now the Buckeyes are in business again. More good field position out of a pistol. They'll play action out of it. Quickly throw to the right side. Caught by Mylan Graham, and he'll step out of bounds. Short gain, just 4 on the play from Mylan Graham. Now trips to the left side, including Jeremiah and Carnell Tate, who we didn't know was going to sit out of the Purdue game, but he did purely out of precautionary reasons. They'll dump it to the right side. No gain this time. Couldn't even get back and past line of scrimmages. We're seeing a lot of James Peoples and C.J. Donaldson. Have yet to see Bo Jackson into the game. Formationally speaking, he's got plenty of reps, plenty of formations, I promise. He's in the game right now, in fact. Saying across the middle, easy first down to Tate, spinning his way past the 50 before he takes a shot on the play from John Vaughns. And first down Buckeyes as they cross the midfield stripe here. 44 and counting. Here comes Bo Jackson's first carry up the middle, breaking tackles, 10 yards, spin move for 11 for 15. Bo Jackson, a nice run there for the true freshman, quickly becoming RB1 for these Buckeyes now. Sayin on it right now, looks like he's going to be on his way to New York. Over the middle, caught by Innis, first down past the 30. Sorry, rather just 3 yards away from the first down is Julian Sayin. Just so elite, can make every throw, so much poise, and his arm is a weapon. Stretch it to the left side. It's going to be Peoples, and he won't get the corner. 3 carries already for Peoples as they've been dedicated to the run here early. 3rd and 4 now. Trips to the right side. UCLA showing man pre-snap. Back to pass. They're going to stay in that man. Sayin fired it left side. Levels concept across the middle. Crossing to the left side of the field is Brandon Innis, and the captain has a first down for the Buckeyes into the red zone now officially. Sayin, delayed handoff. Just took too long to develop. Good pursuit that time, and into the backfield was the Bruin defender on the play, and that's going to be Keyshawn Bennett. Transfer from Michigan. Sayin now, fired right side, caught by Max Clare to the 10, and sets up a 3rd and 4. Nice gain of 8 there for Max Clare, the transfer tight end from Purdue, of course, got to play last week. He said he had over 50 people there in his return back to West Lafayette. Of course, his brother still on the Purdue Boilermakers as well. Left side throw. Sayin, it's picked in the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone, and the star on defense flashing the leather on his gloves as it's Andre Jordan Jr., transfer from Oregon State. And the 6'1", 175-pound junior picks off Julian Sayin in the end zone. And we've seen that a couple of times. He's had a couple of interceptions in the end zone for Julian Sayin this season, and this time the sim bears it out as Sayin throws a dart and he just never saw him. Never saw the safety creeping over. Again, that's Andre Jordan Jr., and he picks it off, and the Bruins have a turnover. Hey, Alex, welcome in. Cavs tonight, no red. I don't think Mitchell's going to play, nor Will Garland. Could be a lot of Sammy Merrill, Sammy Buckets tonight for our Cavs. Yeah, it is all your fault, Alex. Not actually at all. 2nd and 1. Play action. Dump it quickly to the right side. Right at the line. They'll say short as they went to the tight end on that play. And he'll stretch out. That's Jack Pedersen, the tight end. Pedersen will now come to the right side. 3rd and inches. Back to pass. Iamaleava right side throw. Short, but caught for a first down. That's Quasi Gilmer. He's a sophomore from Sierra Canyon School in Los Angeles, California. Oh, that's right, and Evan Mobley's not playing either. Yeah, like I said, Sammy Merrill, DeAndre Hunter, maybe some Jared Allen. Win by team effort here tonight. The Lonzo Ball show, perhaps. 2nd and 7 as the Bruins go quick. Again, their interim head coach is what's his name? Tim Skipper is his name, which is funny because I have a good friend named Tim Skipper. It's funny. Third and 4. He is not a large African-American football coach, though. Up the middle, hit as he throws, but he's going to complete the pass to TMA on that side. That's Titus Mokia Atamalala. I'm just going to call him TMA on that left side. First down to the midfield stripe here. Again, off of the interception in the end zone. Points directly off the board. Now Javian Thomas, his first big run of the day, and he's got a nice one for about 8 yards up the middle. Javian Thomas, 5'11", 195-pound junior transfer from Cal. A lot of transfers on this UCLA roster. I'm sure there are more to come with the coaching change as well. There you go, the Larry Nance and friends. Love it. Nice tackle for loss that time for Edric Houston as Thomas cannot get back to the line of scrimmage. Also have Jalen Berger, a transfer from Michigan State. As a running back for them, he's in the game right now. Left side throw, caught short of the line. Pedersen won't get the first down. Nice tackle in space. That was Jermaine Matthews, perhaps. They're going to go for it, though, on 4th and 1. Here we go. Love the gamble here. Rick Neuheisel's kid is the offensive coordinator, and they get a first down. Rico Flores Jr., transfer from Notre Dame, catches the football for a short gain and a first down. Now here comes Nico, pointing out where Arvell Reese is. That's a smart choice. Back to pass now. Pressure gets to him, but he'll throw it right side. Knocked away by Arvell Reese. Gilmer was the intended receiver. Again, the sophomore out of Los Angeles, California. Nico Iamaleava back to pass now. Nico, now he'll shuffle, now he'll fire. Levels concept into traffic, and it's knocked away by Caleb Downs. Renzo Stiles Jr. also in the vicinity. 3rd and 10. 2 minutes to go exactly on this first quarter clock. Buckeyes trying to hold after the Julian Sayin interception. Iamaleava for a first down. Kind of a skinny little dig route or a very, very shallow post. TMA on the other end of it. Mokia Amalala on the catch. And here come the Bruins. Screen pass set up to the right side. Little smoke screen to the right side of the receiver, and he picks up a few. That's Gilmer. Quasi Gilmer, 6'2", 190 pounds. Is that sophomore? Yeah, why not? Who knows? Why not? Over the middle, caught. Falls forward, but not for a first down. In the pro game, he can roll for that first down. That's Flores again. Now 3rd and 2. Can the Buckeyes hold? Defense asking the crowd to get loud, and they do. Iamaleava back to pass. 4-man rush. Buckeyes with pressure. He'll roll to the right. He'll fire. Caught at the goal line. They'll say he's short, but it's a 1st and goal at the 2 as he delivers a strike to Quasi Gilmer once again. Nico Iamaleava, good quarterback. We know that. 5-star kid from this area, of course. From the Long Beach, California area. Got paid a lot of money to go to Tennessee. Stayed for about 2 years, and now he's back. Now Iamaleava, left side, handoff, easy tackle in the backfield. Kenyatta Jackson takes care of Javion Thomas, and now it's a 3rd and goal. See if they try to hurry and get this thing off before the quarter runs out. To pass, blitz coming for the Buckeyes. Iamaleava over the middle, and he holds on. He took a lick from Fahim Delane, and a big-time catch from Quasi Gilmer, and the sophomore has the Bruins on the board. They've tied it up with 2 seconds to go. They did let UCLA score there. Quasi Gilmer, you know them. They love the momentum shifts. And the interception of the end zone apparently gave the Bruins enough juice to get down the field. They're going to tie the football game. 19-play, 81-yard drive. They started from their own 20 after the interception that Julian Sayin threw in the end zone. So let's see how the Buckeyes respond here in quarter number 2. Tied at the end of the first quarter. Would not be a prop bet that I would make for the game on Saturday. No offense to UCLA, but these teams are in 2 different spots. I also love the UCLA Bruins. I love their uniforms. That blue and that gold are so good. Iconic uniforms. Of course, the home stadium is the Rose Bowl. Can't get much better than that. Of course, now they're talking about maybe playing their home games at SoFi, which, believe it or not, is actually closer than the Rose Bowl is to Westwood, which is interesting. Boot action again. Sayin throws on the run. Caught across the middle. Tate 20 to the 25 for Carnell Tate. He'll fall forward to the 29-yard line and a first down. Buckeyes seen a little bit more intentional boot game here from Brian Hartline in the offensive game plan here tonight. Sayin fired left side. Caught it. Bye-bye. Jeremiah. We call it 10-4 for 6. And he absolutely burned him off the line. And Jameer Johnson, the redshirt senior and transfer from Indiana, got beat right away, and Julian will not miss that throw. What a play there, just a dart. And let's watch it again. Jeremiah beats Johnson right off the line. Sands like, I can't believe this. This is going to be the easiest touchdown pass of the game. Puts it right on it. Man, what an NFL throw. And right back the other way, a massive gain for a touchdown for the Buckeyes. We will take it. We will take it indeed. $14-0. Brutus loves it. It was a very quick drive. The only part about that is your defense just played a 19-play drive when we had a true freshman, Fahim Delane, into the game. So let's see if they got enough of a blow. Looks like the starters are back out there right now. 14-16, second quarter to go. Imalieva, play action, right side, little RPO look. Caught it to Gilmer again, the touchdown catcher. Quasi Gilmer now with 5 catches, 33 yards, and a touchdown. It was a nice answer, Alex. It was a very nice answer. Yeah, the Buckeyes defense is crazy good, and even though they got a ratings bump, how about Caleb Downs? Man, his acceleration is good. I did go ahead and redo the sim season after the roster bumps, so all of the guys got appropriately buffed. But still, the defense is maybe underrated. It's another first down catch on the right side for Jack Pedersen, the tight end. Appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy on Sports. Joining here today, again, thanks so much to all my subscribers. Hit that thumbs up button as well as it continues to grow our college football audience. We've had a much bigger NFL audience because we've been doing that for 5 years. Only been doing college here for 2 or a year and a half, as the case may be. 2nd and 7 after a 3-yard pickup on the right side. I do like this. Overall, this is a better video game than Madden. They just made it from scratch 2 years ago, so they didn't just keep retreading what Madden's been doing. Up the middle now, Thomas, first down. Nice run. Kind of went heavy to the right side, ran back to the left. And an easy pitch and catch there. 1st and 10. RPO again, left side, caught by TMA, and TMA's got a first down. And UCLA driving once again. I mean, they're both EA Sports products, but Madden has been just like copy-pasting the previous year's games and then just putting some window dressing on it. The college football department of EA Sports actually built this game from scratch, a year ago when it came out. So it is technically, I think they're different departments, but it's the same company. Oh, the defenders run into each other and somehow into the end zone. The Bruins have scored again, and it's big tight end Jake Renda, the transfer from Pitt. And Renda is into the end zone, and UCLA has scored twice, which is really surprising to me. Look at this throw from Imalieva, and then the 2 Buckeye defenders have a chance to tackle him, kind of run into each other. And Renda has enough juice to get into the end zone before Igbinosin can track him down. But the damage is done, and we're 14-14 here today. So yeah, same company. My guess is they're like different departments, different offices maybe even. But same parent company. It's trending that way, Alex. It could be moving that way. 14-14 here, 12:31 to go in the second quarter. See if the Buckeyes can sustain a little bit of a drive. Give their defense a blow. Remember, underestimated is that 19-yard drive that the Bruins had before, and then a 2-play touchdown drive for the Buckeyes. Here's Bo Jackson up the middle. He might go again. Watch out, 35 to the 40. Oh, he almost snuck all the way through. Can you imagine that? It would have been a 80-plus yard touchdown again. That's 617 rushing yards now on the season for Bo Jackson. That's pretty close to what he has in real life, would be my guess. If I had to guess. He's only up to an 82. They buffed him up to an 82. He probably should be higher than that. Anyway, here he is again up the middle. Bo Jackson. He'll run right into John Vaughns. Gain of 6 for Bo. Big Bo Jackson. Excited to have him on our football team for the next couple of years. Back to pass. Julian Sands, speaking of guys on our football team next year. Left side across the middle. Brandon Inniss doesn't have to go pro. He could if he wants, but he doesn't have to. Nice catch across the middle for a first down. Buckeye into Bruin territory now. Hinsman the center. Saying barking signals to his mates on either side. Turn around. Give it to James Peoples. Up the middle. Peoples. 40, 35 to the 30. James Peoples juke move to the 25. Fancy footwork there for the Texan. And James Peoples has a big gainer to the 22-yard line. New set of downs for the Buckeyes. That's right, I am also happy to have Lamar Bo Jackson. Saying across the middle. Oh, Claire couldn't hold on, had it in his mitts. And then it was knocked away by Ben Perry, the linebacker, in a transfer from Louisville. Redshirt senior from Chicago. 2nd and 10. He'll be empty. Saying back to pass against the 4-man rush. Fired across the middle. Caught by Peoples on a dump off. Peoples picks up a couple of yards, like 5. Using Peoples in the pass game has been an intentional part of this Buckeyes offense. 9:30 to go, first half. Play action to Bo Jackson. Hit as he throws. Right side throw by Claire. Got a first down. Did he? He did. Whoo, had the ball in that correct hand. Keep that thing in the left hand. Get it across the line before he stepped out of bounds. 1st and 10 for the Bucks. Option keeper Saying. He's going to run it in for a touchdown. All the way in, Julian Saying. That's one way to pad your own Heisman stats without also helping Jeremiah Smith's stats. Otherwise, all those touchdown passes to Jeremiah Smith do more for Jeremiah than they do for you. Not that those guys are competitive or care who wins the Heisman. I think they both want to go to New York, and one of them wants to win. We'll see if they split the vote, though. Split the Midwest vote, or if all of the Southerners, West Coasters all throw their weight behind a non-Buckeye. It'd be interesting to see. 21-14, though. 8 plays, though. 78 yards. That's the part that I'm appreciative of. Let's see if the defense got a blow here and see if they can make an adjustment. They have been struggling right now to stop this, a little bit of this tempo from the Bruins. You know what? I don't know if they do co-Heismans, but I think that would be really fun. We can't decide. They're both great. They're the 2 best players on the best team. Let's give it to both of them. I love that. Dump it off across the middle. Quasi Gilmer. He's going to be hit by Arvell Reese, who's got his 5th tackle of the half. Here they go with that tempo again, and the Buckeyes trucking Caden Curry back as a linebacker. Quick throw right side. They're going to set up a little screen to the right side. Breaks one tackle from McLean, and then Nick Benosin drags him down. But Quasi Gilmer has another first down. 8 catches in the half now for him. He's clearly been target numero uno here for Nico Iamaleava. Nico takes the snap. They're setting up screen to the right side again. The smoke screen to Gilmer. He's got a first down. Quasi Gilmer across the 35 to the 36, and a new set of downs for the Bruins, who are playing some inspired offensive football right now. They go hurry up yet again. Then they go to the check with me on the sideline. Give it to Thomas up the middle. Javian Thomas. And muster a gain of 2 before being ripped to the ground by the Buckeye defense. Go and hurry up again. Look at Caden Curry's lined up as a linebacker. Interesting formation right now. They've forced him to be in a weird package, I think. Right side throw short and ripped to the ground immediately by guess who? Arvell Reese. 3rd and 7. They go hurry up yet again. Back to pass now. Iamaleava. Pressure coming, but he'll fling it right side. Deep shot in the direction of the receiver, and Gilmer can't hold on. Igbenosin looked like he was going to catch it. Quasi Gilmer, who's had a very good game, not able to hold on. And the Bruins will have to punt. Hey, Jim, welcome in, and howdy to you as well, my friend. And this will be tackled at the zone 15-yard line, and here come the Buckeyes, leading 21-14 here. Appreciate everybody being on. It's week 12 here in Columbus, Ohio. Buckeyes in our Nagy on Sports Buckeye Sim. Recruiting class is going very well. I'm very excited to have the freshmen that we're going to have coming in, as we will take this sim season off into the future after the playoffs and all that stuff are over. The off-season of Nagy on Sports sometimes more fun, so we can kind of make up our own rosters, especially for the Browns. Oof, feels like we can be better GMs than Andy Berry has been right now. 1st and 10 up to the 29-yard line. Turn around. Up the middle, tackled immediately this time. First loss of the day out of the backfield. I think that was Bo Jackson. For -1 now, Donaldson checks back in. He apparently has got the superstar emblem, but Bo Jackson doesn't get it. Turn around. They'll play action out of it. They've run play action well. Across the middle and a first down to Brandon Innes. Over 200 yards passing now in the first half for Julian Saying. Play handoff up the middle. Donaldson, big gainer for 12, for 14, for 16 yards and a first down. Buckeyes into Bruin territory yet again now. 5 minutes to play first half. They lead 21-14. Out of a pistol here, Bo Jackson into the game. Give it, nope, play action again. Quick throw to the right side. Caught by Mylan Graham. It'll be thrown to the ground after a gain of 5. Didn't really done a lot of boot action, play action today. It's been kind of a nice change. As you can see, every time he boots away from it, the running back is getting drilled in the backfield. So good play calls, good reads for Julian so far. Motion coming from Jeremiah on the left side. Sets up a little bunch. He'll go across the middle. He'll fire across the middle, and Jeremiah catches it, breaks a tackle, and then he'll get back to where he caught it from. Just a short gain, 3rd and 3. You mean in real life? They said he kind of felt something tug a little bit during warm-ups, and so because it was Purdue and they didn't need them, they held him out as a purely precautionary reason. He's in the sim, though. I think he's going to play this week. Oh, sweet spin move for Bo Jackson for a first down. Past the 30 to the 28. First down, Buckeyes. Here's the box look. 1st and 10, no motion again. Jeremiah sets up kind of that trio of receivers. He'll run the same drag, then they'll go to the other side of it. Sweet juke move for Bo Jackson, and he'll pick up 6. To the left, 2nd and 4 for the Buckeyes. Trickling down towards the 2-minute timeout here. Appreciate everybody being on again. Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. Here comes Donaldson, first down and more to the 18. They'll call it the 16 officially. Yeah, they don't have to snap it again before the 2 minutes, but they might. I thought he had it. He started running without the football. 2nd and 10. He's had a couple catches to start this game. He's definitely still in. Left side throw, end zone, incomplete. Looks like they tried to go in the direction of, there he is, bottom of the screen, Carnell Tate. Sand across the middle, caught by Smith, and short gain. And there's the 2-minute timeout. 4th and 3. The Buckeyes don't even have to make them go for it. They're going to go for it. Smart choice here. Spread them out 4 wide. Peoples in the backfield. Sayan against the 4-man rush. He's got the dragging Tate. He'll go to the right side. Peoples catches it short, and he won't get the first down. Oh, he made the wrong read, and the Buckeyes have their 2nd turnover in the red zone. That's a turnover on downs, and now with the $1.50, here comes Nico. Right side throw, guess who? Gilmer again. He's got 10 catches now in the first half. So the 2nd turnover, this one's a turnover on downs for the Buckeyes, as it looked like Carnell Tate had a wide first down over the middle. He opted to go to the outside to James Peoples, and Peoples could not get the 5 yards he needed. 3rd and 4 here now. See if the Buckeyes try to heat him up. A little blitz. Motion coming from TMA. And they will blitz. Here comes Arvell Reese, but they throw it right to where he leaves from, and TMA catches the first down, and they'll call timeout. It's a good strategy. Throw it right to where the blitz comes from, because there's space in that spot for the most part. Left side slant, caught. Immediately ripped to the ground. That time is your wide receiver. TMA again. Titus Mokia Atamalala. And/or TMA. Yamalieva, left side throw, up in the air, dangerous pass to Benda, the tight end. And he took a shot from Jalen McClain. 3rd and 2 now. Buckeye faithful on their feet, setting up screen left side. Can the Buckeyes sniff it out? They can! Big K-Mac, Caden McDonald, and the Buckeyes will call a timeout. They're going to get the football back after their turnover on downs. 53 seconds left in half number 1. Let's see if they get aggressive. Fair catch called for right at the 25-yard line. Can they get into fielding range or better? Bunch formation to the right side. Sayan under center. He'll throw on first down. He'll throw that left side out route. Beautifully thrown. Did he get out of bounds? No, he didn't. The Buckeyes have to call timeout. He caught it right at the line. Why didn't he just step out of bounds there, Jeremiah? I don't know is the answer. But he didn't. Back to pass. Sayan steps up in the pocket, fires a dart into traffic, and he holds on for a first down, Jeremiah Smith. And they've got to hustle up, which they do. And they call their final timeout. Now 21 seconds. They're not quite in field goal range yet. Can we shoot something to the end zone, perhaps? Jeremiah back to pass. Fired over the middle. Careful. You're going to have to hurry now. 16 seconds. You got to get up and snap it quickly. 14, 13. Can they hurry? Jeremiah Smith sprinting back. Get lined up. 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds, and he'll snap it and spike it. All right, pretty decent. Let's see what they can run here. A 54-yarder is the attempt from Jaden Fielding. You can see in the Purdue game they actually run a 2-minute drill, which they really liked being able to do that. Fielding's kick is up, and it's no good. He missed it. Pushed it wide right, so Jaden Fielding continues to not be able to make 50-plus yard field goals. 49 still continues to be his career long, and he pushed this one. Looked like he pushed it right. It had plenty of leg. Nope, we're not going to find out, I guess. So 3 seconds left, probably just a Hail Mary for Nico Emelieva here. Chuck it down the middle, down the seam, incomplete. 0-0, halftime. Interesting half here. Buckeyes looked like they were going to be in dominating fashion. Then a Julian Sand interception leads to an 18-play touchdown drive for the Bruins to make it 7-7. Buckeyes score immediately. And then UCLA comes right back. 14-14, and then they drive down again to make it 21-14. But 2 turnovers in the red zone. The Buckeyes could easily have 35 in this one. But an interception from Julian Sand in the end zone to Andre Jordan, and then a turnover on downs. There was the touchdown pass to Jeremiah Smith in this one. Yeah, I think Fielding's got to... I hope we're not in a position where it comes down to like a 50-yarder. Like, I'm trying to think about like that Georgia game from a couple years ago where we needed to make the field goal right when it was New Year's Eve, right when the ball was dropping at, like he kicked the football in 2022 or whatever that was, and then it went through the uprights or didn't go through the uprights in 2023. I can't remember what that is. I think it was into 22 into 23. Anyway, here we are. Go Bucks, second half. Sand in the shotgun. Back to pass. Dump it right side. Got it. Mylan Graham again. A couple of catches today for Mylan Graham. Like getting the younger kids again. He's another 5-star kid that we don't even talk about because he's the 4th best receiver on the roster right now. It was nice to see him get a catch not only against Purdue but in here in this one as well. Sand back to pass. Fired over the middle. Caught first down by Donaldson to the 30. And that's where he'll get ripped down to the ground by a bevy of Bruins. Appreciate everybody being on again. My name is Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. Only place on YouTube you're going to find simulated sporting events with live original commentary. James Peoples with a big 10-plus yard gain. 20-plus yard gain for Peoples. He's got 7 carries for 61 yards as the Buckeyes continue to gash the Bruins up the middle. Thank you again to all of my subscribers, over 1,175 of you, which is just incredible. Appreciate that. Also hit that thumbs up button if you don't mind. I would really appreciate it as we continue to grow our college football audience. Also had the pleasure a couple of weeks ago to do my first real-life sporting event. I'm going to try to do some more this winter and spring as well as I try to grow my reel. Maybe someday you'll hear me on a real TV broadcast for a real sporting event. That would be the ultimate goal. The dream someday. The dream job. This 44-year-old's got a dream. Still want to chase it. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Really appreciate that. 21-14 here. Buckeyes run another first down in the direction of guess who? Jeremiah Smith. Turn around. Oop, this time they met him in the backfield. That's Peoples, and he got blown up for a TFL. Nice tackle that time by the defensive lineman Lucian Holland, freshman from Los Angeles, California, Inglewood High School. Back to pass, Sand. Good protection. He'll dump it short. Caught by Donaldson. Safety valve for Donaldson. 3rd and 2 coming up, and that puts Sand over 300 bills here to start quarter number 3. 3rd and 2. Buckeyes turn around. Donaldson first down again, right up the middle. Knocked to the ground by John Vons and Jalen Wood, the 2 linebackers in this nickel set. Sand pointing at the middle linebacker, making a decision for the blocking scheme. Setting up his protection now. Motion coming from Jeremiah. He'll drag across the middle. Seen that play several times. It'll go behind it to Max Clare for a 1st and goal situation at the 4. That was a beautifully done play. Run that play a couple of times. They start to key on it, and then you go to the 2nd level off of it. Just beautifully played and beautifully called that time for the Buckeyes. 1st and goal now. Sand just can't throw an interception here. Bo Jackson breaking tackles. It may not matter. He'll pick up a yard. A hard-earned yard that time. Jalen Woods in there for another tackle again. Heavy package in there, all the extra tight ends. They'll throw out of it, pressure coming, and he'll be sacked. Oh, didn't fool anybody. You got to get that thing out of there fast. And he'll be sacked there by Donovan Pellet. Extra linebacker, redshirt freshman from Vegas. There's Donovan Pellet. And he came on a big blitz, and Sand's like, oh, crap. This was not the right play call. Or I got to get rid of that football faster. Now it's a 3rd and goal back to the 9. Buckeyes in real life, too, they're kind of struggling in the red zone. Not struggling. They're incredible in the red zone like they are pretty much everything else. Sand fired over the middle. Oh, caught, touchdown! There's your boy, Carnell Tate, and the Buckeyes score on their opening drive of half number 2. Take a lot of time off the clock doing it. 8:18, in fact, is what's remaining here in the third quarter. And Carnell Tate into the end zone. Buckeyes with a big touchdown, and now they're doubled up on the Bruins. Really nice drive there. Gosh. We call that, what, a 6-minute, 42-second drive. 13 plays to go 84 yards that time for the Buckeyes. There you go. He made a catch. And it was the big catch, the 6-point catch. It's Mikey Matthews, a transfer from Cal. He'll return up to about the 18, maybe 20, up to say the 18-yard line. Nico Iamaleava. First snap was half number 2. He played a pretty good first half. Again, he's got his Bruins in this game. Oh, late developing handoff, and Caden McDonald says, I'm blowing it all the way up. Loss of 4 on that as K-Mac continues to be a beast. They're going to get him again over the setting up screen. A long time developing, and Javian Thomas shoved out of bounds for a loss of 2 that time by Caleb Downs. 3rd and long now for the Buckeyes. Trying to force a 3-and-out here on the opening drive. Back to pass. A 4-man rush again. Iamaleava dumps it short, and guess who? Sonny Styles. Wearing that Blocko jersey all over the running back as they try to get fancy and dump it off to Thomas. 4th and 16. They're going to punt it away. Buckeyes are going to get excellent field position at their own 44-yard line. Staying in a shotgun to start this drive. Looks like Donaldson on his right hip. 3 receivers to the right. Here comes CJ up the middle. Juke move to the 50. Crossing midfield is Donaldson for a nice gain of 7. As Buckeyes have been effective on the ground game today. Sand pointing at that middle linebacker once again. Back to pass. Julian fired across the middle. Easy pitch and catch for Carnell Tate. And a first down to the 40 for the Buckeyes. First down. 6 minutes and counting here on the drive. Sand again, claps the hands, hands it off Donaldson up the middle. CJ Juke move to the left side, to the 30, to the 25. CJ Donaldson. Really fancy footwork there from CJ, and another first down in the run game as the Buckeyes continue to punish them through the ground, through the air and on the ground. Turn around, give it up the middle. This time CJ can't get to the line. Herbie Stucker actually right at the line. No gain. That's what I get for talking up the run game, and then we get a TFL. 2nd and 10 for Sand. Continuing to point out that linebacker. Motion from Carnell on the right. Back to pass. He'll drag across the middle. They'll go to the second level again out of it. Brandon Innes, first and goal. Buckeyes to the 9-yard line. Brandon Innes. Really like those bunch formations. Guys go every which way out of it, and the Bruins have been keying on the wrong one. Stuff it right side. Caught by Donaldson to the 10. He'll try to power his way to the 8, and that's where he'll get stuck again. Maybe a gain of a yard. Here we go in the Buckeyes to see if they can score again. Into the low red zone now. Having some troubles earlier in the game. Peoples, though, doesn't have trouble and is into the end zone. And the game for James Peoples continues. He's having a great one for the Buckeyes out of the backfield. Now with about 70 yards rushing and get him into the end zone. Buckeyes score a touchdown. 35-14 here with the kick pending from Fielding. 2 quick touchdowns in this third quarter, and the Buckeyes seem to be restoring balance to the universe here after being tied into the second quarter with the Bruins. 35-14 now is the lead. I don't know, Alex. I know Brandon Innes is the kicker or the punt returner in real life. I'm not sure why they don't put Jeremiah back there, if that's who you're referring to. Incomplete, nice tackle. Jalen McClain knocked that thing out of the hands. Of Gilmer. Thomas will try to go outside. He's blown up in the backfield. Man, Arvell Reese is in there in a hurry, and actually freshman Devin Sanchez, number 6, is into the game right now as well for the Buckeyes as they continue to kind of roll through various players. Set up the screen to the right side, and he missed them. And Iamaleava having a pretty brutal third quarter after a very nice first half for Nico. Here comes Innes from his own 40, another fair catch and more really good field position for the Buckeyes. Do they have a 6th touchdown in them here within the first 3 quarters? Bo Jackson stuck immediately in the backfield that time. The defensive lineman was all over him. That's Bennett again, transfer from Michigan. Keyshawn Bennett. 2nd and 13, back to pass. Left side throw, caught it. Innes nearing the 45, and he'll spin out of bounds at the 47. Makes it 30, manageable for the Buckeyes here. They need the 48 on the other side for the first down. They'll spread them out 5 wide, including James Peoples lined up as a receiver. Fired left side, tried to thrick it into the 4. Nice tackle, and actually dislodges the football as he tried to throw it in the direction of Jeremiah Smith. Looked like it hit him pretty on it, but Byron Threats. Oh, Byron Threats, a kid from Columbus, Ohio, Kaufman High School. There you go. That's 10 minutes from where I'm sitting. I had no idea they have a kid from Kaufman on their team. Brian Threats. Pretty cool name, too. Anyway, Buckeyes will not get the first down. And they'll punt it away. Not a great punt, in fact. Shanks it out of bounds. It's only a net of about 20 yards. That continues to be the weakness for the Buckeyes, is the punting. Just don't have a dude who can boom at 50 anymore. Put that thing out of bounds inside the 10. Joe McGuire has not been great. Left side throw, another smoke screen. Tunnel screen, if you will, to TMA. Titus Mokia Atamalala. Say it fast like that, because that's the only way I can pronounce it correctly. He's from Ua Beach, Hawaii, as you might imagine. Transfer from UCF. Across the middle, Enrico Flores. He's the transfer from Notre Dame, and Flores has a first down. He did a nice job being covered by Arvell Reese that time. Anytime you get a receiver against a linebacker, even if it's Arvell Reese, still should be advantage for you on the offense. Imalieva dumps it right side. Thomas tackled nicely by Igbinosa. Good tackle in space for Davis and Igbinosa. There was not a lot of red jerseys in that picture. A really nice play. 2nd and 6 here with a minute to go. They got to get on side. There they go. They finally line up. Went all the way across the line to change sides of the field. Thomas up the middle. His best run of the day. Kind of gets pushed forward for about 4 yards, but that gets him the first down. Look at that. He's trying to get lined up. He's in the Buckeye defensive line. RPO across the middle, caught by Flores, and he'll go to the ground after 4 yards. Continue to go, hurry up. Every successful play, they're going tempo. We'll see if the real Bruins do that on Saturday. It'll be an interesting night game, of course, for the Buckeyes. The Bruins game does not know that. That's why you still see the sun out. Fired right side, Imalieva, what a strike, and it's caught by Gilmer. Quasi Gilmer, rather. And Gilmer's had a really nice day. It's been a really quiet second half. It's been a quiet second half for the Bruins in general. Here they are driving with 14 seconds now. Nico Imalieva saying things to the receivers on either side. He'll give it to Thomas up the middle. Javian Thomas, big gainer for 9. And that's how the third quarter comes to a close with a run from the junior and transfer from California, Javian Thomas. I said Davis last time. Thomas. All right. Jeremiah Smith, 9 targets, 8 for Innes, just 4 for Tate, to your point, Alex. And Max Clare in there as well, their 4-headed receiving monster. Also some catches for Mylan Graham. And the Buckeyes have run the ball pretty well here. Let's see if the defense can stiffen now on the red zone. Appreciate everybody being on again. My name is Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel, only place you're going to find simulated sporting events with live original commentary. Currently working our way through an Ohio State season as it's a drop for TMA. And a and a Cleveland Browns season as well. Browns sim nights are Thursdays. You can join me for that one tomorrow in the evening as Imalieva on 3rd and inches will just dive forward in the QB sneak, and he is a big-bodied frame. Nico is at 6'6", 215, so he's going to get that first down pretty easily on that play. Grateful again for all my subscribers. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, we'd be very grateful to you for doing so. Hit that thumbs up button as well as it continues to grow our college football audience. When the season is over, we'll take it through and go into the future. That's when we start to have a lot of fun. Get to play GM, get to play roster creator myself. And again, I never touch the controller unless we're running a situational coach mode thing, but I never play the games. I set them up and we sim them all. We've done hockey, we've done basketball, we've done soccer, we've done baseball, lots of football as well, of course. Nico, quick throw right side, caught at the 3, and a first down again as it's Kilmer, and he has had Gilmer. I keep saying Kilmer like Val Kilmer, may he rest in peace. Quasi Gilmer, keep getting his first letter and his second name goofed up the middle. Thomas, he tried to dive and he'll be short. Arvell Reese keeps him out, 2nd and goal. I would just do that QB sneak right here if I was Nico in my 6'6" frame. He'll give it to Thomas. Thomas, he won't get in. Buckeyes will stop him now. 3rd and goal. We know in real life it's really hard to score on the Buckeyes on the goal line. 3rd and goal now. Nico, give it to Thomas again. Won't get in as McDonald wraps him up. 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Here we go. 35-14, Nico Imalieva. Back to pass this time on a 4th down. He's got decent protection. Now it'll break down and they'll sack him. And a turnover on downs for the Buckeyes. And the red zone defense is staunch again. And the Bruins will turn it over on 4th down. Oh boy, K-Mac is having a day today. He's creeping into the back half of the first round of many people's mock drafts. He is just a monster in the middle. Such a physical presence is Caden McDonald. Now the Buckeyes will take over. Up the middle, Peoples again. He's had a nice day in this one. Well, I think there's kind of an underground movement, Karen, of Browns fans to kind of boycott the product because they're upset at many and varying aspects of this team. But I did see some StubHub screenshots where you can go to the game for like $8, which is crazy to me. But you reap what you sow. Oh, almost picked off as it hit off the back of the defender. Trying to go to Jelani Thurman, and credit UCLA for getting a stop there. Buckeyes will go 3 and out, and they'll have to punt. This is where I wish you just had a dude who could boom it for 50+. And this one's going to make it to just the other side of the 50-yard line, but no points on the board. So yeah, I mean, that's really the only recourse that us fans have, is to not go, right? Not buy the product, not go to the games. If we're trying to make some sort of statement, because no NFL owner loves to have an empty stadium. But yeah, the fact that you can get a nice tackle, by the way, for you knows it. The fact that you can get tickets for so cheap is pretty embarrassing. 35-14, or you want to go to an NFL game, hey, you got $10, you get yourself in the game. Up the middle, hit as he throws, it's a wobbler, and he can't hold on. He tried to go to the tight end, Renda, and they're going to go for it on a 4th and 12. Nico, alone in the backfield. Buckeyes rushing. Now they're going to blitz from the far side. They'll throw it to that direction, but he's got a lot of work to do, and he won't get there. Gilmer can't get the first down, and another turnover on downs for the Buckeyes. 1st and 10 now. Donaldson. Left side. Gets a couple of yards inside. 9 minutes to go. In the 4th quarter, Buckeyes 35-14. They're going to win this one handily. Couple of ups and downs, some pretty good play at times as Jackson's going to try to go wide, and he's going to have a hard time doing so. Hard to run wide in this game. 3rd and 6. I think the spread is like 30.5 or something, which is just insane. So they're going to run a jet sweep to Jeremiah Smith that fools no one, and they're going to have to punt again. Another 3 and out for the Buckeyes. So on paper, according to Vegas, this would be an upset here with only being a 21-point spread at this juncture. Not that I condone betting on my sins. Please don't go spend money in Vegas based on the outcome of my simulations. I don't need that on my conscience. Dump it off to the right, running back out of the backfield. And Thomas picks up a 1st down. They're going to keep going fast as they do here. Trips to the right side. Nico Imalieva to the right again. Thomas. And he'll run into Arvell Reese. Picks up a gain of 7. A couple of the most effective runs they've had. The problem with starting the running game down 21. 7.5 minutes left as it takes too much time. Even if you're running hurry up across the middle, and he couldn't hold on. TMA on the other end of that. And he got drilled by the Buckeyes defenders. 3rd and 3. Nico, left side throw, dropped by the tight end, and it's a 4th down. They're going to go for it, obviously. Oh, we're up to 31.5, Jim. Sheesh. It's insane. But that's how good the Buckeyes are. Ironically enough, the only game the Buckeyes did not cover was OU until this past weekend when Purdue got that backdoor cover with the backups scored against our backups with like a minute left. They got the sneaky backdoor cover. Big touchdown for somebody. Right side, or excuse me, the left side RPO throw, and they get to TMA, and he's tackled immediately by Caden Curry. How about your defensive lineman getting out there in a hurry as Mokia Atamalala could not get past the line of scrimmage. Pressure coming, they set up screen again. Blown up, big tackle, Caden McDonald. That's your defensive tackle. This dude is flying around. Absolutely awesome. Big time to throw. Double coverage, incomplete. He threw it actually into triple coverage. Gilmer was down there, but nowhere for him to be able to go. Just to put that in perspective for you, Caden McDonald is 6'3", 326. Chasing right side, the single coverage, knocked away and almost caught by Matthews on the bounce away, and the Buckeyes will take over again on downs. Yeah, I've seen some of those memes about John Gruden in Brown stuff, and I think it's probably all AI would be my guess, all fake bots creating that kind of content. It's tough, absolutely. It breaks our hearts that they're so bad. And again, we expected them to be bad. Nice run by Donaldson, by the way. We expected them to be bad. They're just like worse than we thought they would be. And this weird obsession with continuing to roll the midget quarterback out there when he's clearly not. I don't know what Shador is doing in practice or whatever to show that he's not ready. I do not get it. Sorry, I don't mean to use disparaging terms. Dylan Gabriel's not very tall. He has physical limitations. Left side run, hop, skip, and a jump, and Bo Jackson into the end zone. Oh, on his YouTube channel? Is that where he does like the Camp Gruden stuff? I didn't know he had a YouTube channel, frankly. I thought you were talking about some of like the memes and different photoshopped images I've seen of him in a Browns jersey saying, or a Browns coaching shirt saying I could turn him around with Shador tomorrow, blah, 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 blah. I'll have to check it out. But yeah, I remember that show where we would bring in like the rookie quarterbacks and get them on the grease board and stuff like that. Buckeyes score again. Bo Jackson into the end zone. 42-14 here with 4.5 to go. Could put the backups in here. Game might do it for us automatically. We have 4 minutes to that. We'll just leave them in. Compile some stats for the awards. Thomas up the middle. Blown up like a TFL. Freshman Devin Sanchez there, number 6 right there, 5-star kid for the Buckeyes. Get another big tackle. Guys, I really appreciate you joining me for this one. We're about to wrap it up. I will go through the stats. I will show you the top 25. Again, as we're not perfectly accurate in our committee, certainly not with their committee, not what the real committee is, but I'll show you where we're at. I'll show you our recruiting update as well. But I know a lot of you will pop off for that, so I really appreciate you being on. Thanks for joining me here tonight. We had a 25-26 on the live stream at one point, which is awesome. So again, thanks so much to my subscribers. You guys are the really the best, and the reason I keep doing this. So thanks so much for a little bit of your time here this evening. At Nagy on Sports, first down run by Jalen Berger. First time we've really called Jalen Berger's name again, a transfer from Michigan State. 250 and counting. They're just kind of handing the football off now. Right side run. Big run for another backup running back. I just put my roster away, and now I have to look up the third string running back's name. Shame on me. So unprofessional. And that's Ty Lee. Excuse me, Carson Cox. Freshman from Victoriaville, California. Carson Cox. And did we just get a pick by Arvell Reese? We did. Arvell Reese, while I'm looking at the roster, and he continues to make a case for himself being in one of the many Defensive Player of the Year awards. Buckeyes for linebackers, Bednarik, those kinds of things. And he just does a beautiful job of running the route for the receiver, kind of jumps himself in there, and here 2:40 to go for the Buckeyes. 42-14, they're going to take care of business. They're going to go to 10-0 in our sim. I expect it to happen much the same on Saturday for them to go to 10-0. Really, all roads lead to taking care of business in Ann Arbor in 3 weeks. 2 weeks? 2 weeks from this week, I guess. 2 weeks from Saturday. And then, of course, it'll be the week after. They'll have to go to Indianapolis, likely play Indiana. That's such a weird game for me. I feel so conflicted about it because there's literally zero reason that the Buckeyes should try to win that game. I mean, you can say that you're the Big Ten champions, but ultimately being national champions is more important. So I know they're going to go. I know there's no way they would do it, but if I'm Ryan Day, I'm telling Cignetti, like, I'm going to roll all my backups because this is a glorified exhibition at this point. But they won't do that. And it will be the last game to compile stats on the national. People have said it's going to be Sayan versus Mendoza for the Heisman in that game. I think it gets voted on the very next day, so it'll be interesting to see what they do. But I wouldn't try, and I would foresee a situation where maybe conference championship games are completely eliminated within 5 years because they just don't matter. Especially because, like, what's going to happen is that teams that lose them are going to start getting penalized. It's like, why did I try hard enough to get into my conference championship only to get penalized for getting my third loss or whatever? Interesting enough, they already have the new Heisel. They already have the interim coach there because that's not Sean Foster either, is it? All right, gang. Buckeyes with a big win here, 42-14, Ohio. As you see those players singing Carmen, Ohio together on the sideline after they do after the games. Let's take a look at some stats, but thanks so much again for joining me. Hit that like button on your way out. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. How about 33 of 39? That's 84%. That's right where he's been all season. Above 80%, 363, the 2 touchdowns. And again, the 1 interception out of character for him. It was in the end zone. How about this triple-headed running attack today? 12 for 84, 12 for 85, 12 for 77. Doesn't get much more balance than that. Sayan also had a rushing touchdown as well. Jackson had a touchdown, 2 for Peoples, none for C.J. Donaldson. But that's beautiful balance. That's crazy. Exactly what they want. 7 for 78 for Ennis, 7 for 139 and a touchdown for Jeremiah Smith, 5 for Max Clare, 4 for 50 and a touchdown for Carnell Tate, just 3 for Peoples, 3 for Mylan Graham, 3 for C.J. Donaldson, 1 for Bo Jackson in this one. Tackles today, Arvell Reese, 17 of them, including 2 TFLs, 15 for Igmanosin, 11 for Caleb Bounds. Sacks today, 1 for Arvell Reese, a half for Caden McDonald, Kenyatta Jackson. The pick was also by Jermaine Matthews on the opening drive, and then Arvell Reese. So he had a sack, an interception, and 17 tackles. That'll do. That'll do. For the Bruins, Nico Iamaleava, 43 of 61 for 272, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions with a 6'6", 215 pocket passer. 18 for 29. He had a tough time getting going. Javian Thomas did in this one. Leading receiver today, how about we talked about him, Quasi Gilmer. 16 for 126 and a touchdown today. He also had 2 drops. He targeted 18 times today, which is wild. 8 catches for just 7 yards for Thomas. There's TMA. Titus Mokia Atamalala, 7 for 50. Renda, 4 for 46. Flores, the transfer from Notre Dame, 4 for 25. The other tight end, Jack Pedersen, and Mikey Matthews, transfer from Cal. Defensively, a lot of tackles today from Cole Martin, the strong safety. There's Jalen Woods, John Vons, Jordan, who had the pick as well, and Jameer Johnson, who transferred from Indiana. Half sack for Pellet, and Martin just got to him once today in the pick again by Andre Jordan in the end zone. Buckeyes win 42-14. Again, appreciate you joining me for this one. We will show you what our top 25 and our playoff bracket looks like. Again, as I'm not recreating every single outcome in the entirety of college football, but I am for all the Power 4 schools at least. So here's what the top 25 looks like for us on the channel. Buckeyes still at number 1. Texas A&M jumps to number 2. Indiana number 3. Georgia number 4. Oregon 5. Ole Miss. Alabama. Texas Tech up to 9. 10 for Michigan. Notre Dame at 11. USC at 12. You get BYU dropping after their loss last week to Texas Tech. Oklahoma, Georgia Tech, Miami, Vandy, Illinois, Utah, Louisville, Tennessee, Tulane, Pitt, SMU, and Iowa into the top 25. Actually, they dropped from 17 down to 25th after losing that tough one to Oregon. So that's what the CFP rankings are. So that means that the CFP bracket currently looks like so. Navy is the best of the group of 12. I haven't done all of their games, so I'll try to get that one to be as similar as possible. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right now it would be Buckeyes playing the 9-8, 8-9 winner, the Texas Tech Texas winner. Which would be better than they're slated to have now, because I think Alabama's 8, Texas is 9. So get to play the winner of Texas Alabama. Hooray. Not the best draw. All right, guys, this one was a lot of fun. Again, I really appreciate it. Thanks so much to all of my subscribers. You guys are the best. Oh, told you I was going to show you the recruits. For those people who are into that. And then somebody told me I should make a recruiting video, and maybe I will. So, we're chock full of 5 stars. 5-star outside linebacker, 5-star receiver, 5-star tackle, 5-star receiver, 5-star Number 1 overall in the country receiver, 5-star edge, 5-star corner, 5-star strong safety, number 1 in the country at his position, 5-star receiver, 5-star quarterback, 5-star D tackle, 5-star left edge, 5-star tackle, other 5-star quarterback, 5-star tackle, 4-star but number 2 in the country center, because we need centers apparently. The number 3 center is actually an athlete. 4-star, 5-star D tackle, 4-star guard, 5-star tight end. And we're still efforting a couple of other guys. I'd like to try to keep the classes around 25 personally, and then I'll fill in the gaps in the portal in this one. All right, guys, again, this one was so much fun. Really appreciate you joining me today. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesdays. Feel free to go back in the playlist and check out other Buckeye Sims or Brown Sims or any other Sims. They're all over the channel. Really appreciate you. Take care of yourselves. Today we'll say go Bucks, and as always, go Browns.